Hi guys, Rhonda without an H here. Okay, so today I am going to do as promised. Well, I didn't promise, but what I did say was let me know if you want me to do a video on these fun little longer snippets, and I will do that. And a majority of you did say you would like that, so that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, so very simply, this is a great way to use up your really small little bits and pieces that we all have. And I know you've got them. They're in drawers, they're in tubs, they're in boxes, they're in cute little containers, they're just in bags, they're just stashed on your desk, but they're there. All right, so let's just get right to it. And I hope you're having a fabulous day. Okay, so what I'm going to start with, well, I've got just two kinds that I want to show you. Oh, and by the way, since these are a little bit longer than your normal little snippet, I'm going to call these side snips. Side snips, or whatever you want to call them. I should have a naming contest or something. I don't know. They could also be a belly band. You know, they could be whatever you want them to be. But let me show you just real quick. Excuse the reach. I am going to pull out one of my journals just for fun, and show you how adorable these little side snippy guys are. Like, for instance, if I don't want to decorate this, I can just put this down. I can put it here. I can put it, well, I can do whatever I want with it. I mean, just look how beautiful that is. So, yeah. So, it just really, let's switch it out. Let's do a different color. I just love them. Let's play a little bit. Let's put a different one. And let's switch it out from the two different kinds that I've made. Here's a little more what you call, I guess, a plain Jane, but even that, look how pretty that is. And you can either glue that down or you can stitch that down. So, anyway, just fun stuff. One of these days I'll have to go through my journal and show you some of the pages that, I have worked on, but that's for another day and time. Okay. Put this up. All right, get my stuff. Excuse the reach again. Sorry. Alrighty. Okay, so I want a base to start with, and what I did is I took a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbooking paper, just something that had some writing on it. And I just ripped little sections off. And these are approximately 6 inches by 1.5 or 1.25 inches wide. But I just prepared several. I did a whole bunch. And then what I did was I also ripped small sections of map, atlas type paper. And depending upon, the layering or what I want to have this look like, I can put them together and give myself a base that way. I also used the piano paper for bases, and let's see, this is piano paper. This is piano paper, and then it's been covered with book paper. So, and this, it just depends upon what you want to do. So let's just play a little bit. Let me sort of clear this area, and let's make one or two of these together. All right. So get your scraps out. You can rip some of your papers. Now this one, for instance, this has a layer of the paper, and then it's got a layer of lace, and then it's got a torn brown paper, and then it's got some vintage lace on top of that, and then I'm getting tired, and then it's got a ripped piece of pretty fabric, and I have zigzagged it all together. So very, very simple. This one has the same with a background. This is piano paper, and then the bit of lace, and then brown paper, and then this has torn a different paper, and then just some odds and ends. Just, what is that? It's just like an end of some kind of a lace something. Just actually a throwaway, and yet, we don't. And then I zigzagged that. And this one, we've got the torn piano paper, but torn regular paper will work just fine. You can coffee or tea dye it, whatever you want to do that way. It will be great. Just get those scraps out. And then I've got, so this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. And that's kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of them 4 and 5 layers. By the time I put some different papers or some lace or, some added ribbon or whatever that way. Okay. So those are pretty straightforward. And I will make one of those. But I want to start with the real fun ones, because these are what you guys were really interested in, and these are super fun. Okay, so you can see I have taken book paper that has covered this, just strips of paper. This doesn't even look like piano. It doesn't look like anything, just some scrap paper. And I am using my Elmer's glue stick to get things kind of secured in place, and then periodically I stitch here and there. You can see by the back that I've had fun stitching in places here and there. So I use a little bit of glue. This has a little bit of bling, and for the bling, I will use the Art glitter glue. It just adheres that nicely. A little bit better, than just the normal. Yeah, so let's go. Let's start with a paper. Okay, and I have several scraps here. I've got a lot of scraps. Oh, you don't want to know the scraps I've got. I don't want to know the scraps I've got. Do you know one thing I have noticed? And we'll just kind of fold this one in half, and let's just make a couple so we can cut this or tear this in half. All right, so I was going to tell you one thing I've noticed, and that is that it doesn't seem to matter how many scraps and such that I use. I always make more. In other words, when I'm trying to use up my scraps, it just seems like they grow, and I end up, using more, creating more scraps. They are prolific like bunnies or something. I don't know. And so this one, because it is straight on one side and it's got an edge on the other, I'm going to rip on this side to create a little bit more hesitancy. Kind of that wildy look. That carefree, toss-torn wildflower. I'm loose but not controlled, scrappy. Whatever. And it probably would have been easier to do this had I chosen to do it before I glued this piece on. But this is, hey, you guys, this is real time. This is me in all my glory. You see my fingers at work here. Which, by the way, I think I am getting some arthritis in my hands because some of my fingers are, you know, they kind of lock up on me here and there. Okay, so there's a nice little base, and now we want to add, excuse the reach again, here I go. I'm going to pull out some lace. Look at this. I paid $2 for this probably, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. And look at the amount of lace. Is that like crazy? So, of course, I want projects that I can use it. So this is nice. We'll go ahead and we'll tack that down just a little bit. Add some of the glue stick. I want to make sure because lace, believe it or not, it does have a right or a wrong side. And I want this on the right side. Okay, so here we go. We're ready. Well, maybe I'll give that just a little bit more. Well, that's not wanting to stay down, is it? I may have to stitch that just quickly. We'll see. All right. So now I just want to add some little things. And as I'm working, I kind of want to do something this way. And then maybe something this way. And kind of, as you can see, turn something this way and turn something this way. And some are straight. And then, you know, just different angles. So let's start with, let me just pull in some papers. Okay, there's a something. These are just really no rhyme or reason. I'm almost out of glue on that one. Okay, so I'm thinking I still want to use some pinks. That's kind of what I've got out here right now. Pinks and such. And we will just add as we're going along here. And pulling from various piles. Like I said, this is this is kind of on the fly. Kind of on the fly, guys. And we've got all kinds of things that I can pull from. I'm going to set these aside. Let's see, I might want a little bit of this. And I just keep sort of layering it. Now, one thing I don't want to do is completely cover up everything because I want some of this to show through in spots as well. So that's something I want to keep in mind. Okay. Now, before, that's a little bit sticky right there. Let me just, let's see, pull out. I have these, I'm trying to think, where did I get these images? This is Graphics Fairy. It's their dominoes collaging. I have a membership to them, and so periodically I will print out some fun images. And what I'm doing right now is I am taking all of that background away. Oh, look what I did, you guys. That was behind it. Ugh. Oh, bummer. All right. I think I'm going to slip this in here-ish. Okay. And as you can see, it's a little fiddly, but I will be able to cover up, like here is a little bit of eyelash lace trim, and I can put just a little bit to cover. I don't like that straight edge there. It looks a little funky, but I'll be able to cover that. So what I'm going to do right now is just take my machine. I'm going to just tack this down just a smidgen, and then I shall be right back. Okay, this is what I've got so far. I'm going to trim off just a little bit. I'm going to keep these. This is a variegated brown that I have in my sewing machine, and I'm going to keep that in there. I like the variations on this. Okay, so we're just going to continue. Wow, that's just very sad what I did there. I wonder if I can fix that somehow. You know what? We're going to give it a college try. Good old college try. All right. And who knows? Maybe it will work out okay. Okay, so if I if I do this on this particular one, I would do it a little bit further down, but I don't know if I want that particular something there or not. Let's see, let's look at some of these other little snippy dips. I keep so much stuff, you guys. I do throw things away. I mean, I'm not a hoarder per se, but I have so many supplies, and there's only so many supplies that you can use in a lifetime. And I know I don't have as much as a lot of people, but I have a lot for me. And so, I don't know. All right, let's sort of just, I don't know. We'll see. We're just tacking things down here and there, and we'll get a better feel for it as we continue on. Let me get some more paper. See, even these are old vintage books. And they have such wonderful yellowed pages and whatnot. The edges, I hate to just throw them away, and yet, realistically, that's probably not a bad thing to do. All right, let's put that, get a little spot for that. Now let's bring in some lace, some more lace, and let's sort of kind of mussing it up a little bit as we're going here. Can you see what I'm doing? Just kind of taking that and not having it be quite so perfect. Sort of. Could you spell that? How to spell some of these things that we say and that we use. It's like, I don't know. I have no clue. No clue whatsoever. All right. So we're just going to add a touch there. And this would be a nice place to put a little, let's see. Oh, you guys. Okay, let's see. We've got, sometimes we just need just little bitty bits of stuff. I am in the process right here of kind of fussy cutting out and then I want to kind of pull this a bit to give it a feathering and rougher edging so it looks more vintage worn, more carefree, loose. Looking like they don't care, but they really do, you know. Okay. Okay. That could go there. Well, I like this, but I'm not sure where I want to put it just yet. Let's bring another little random bit of stuff. Seriously, you just don't know when you can use something or where you're going to use something. Oh, that's good. Okay, now I'm going to use my art glitter glue. I'm going to glue on, let's see, which is the right side, which is the wrong side. Sometimes it's very easy to tell, and other times not so easy, which is right and which is wrong. So let's do thus and such. Okay, see how nicely we have covered up this side? You'd never know. She has a flat head. We've got to do a little something here. So, buttons on your shirt, so. No, that looks weird. Okay. We've got some of this vintage. Oh, wow. These are amazing. Some of this vintage writing. Look how people used to write. Can you see that, you guys? Is that fabulous? I mean, yay. Anyway, okay. So, making it smaller. Okay, we're going to do it. And we will just, okay. All right, I like that. Now, what did we want to do with this little guy? You know what? I think I'm going to put her right here. Put a little bit of glue down. So those of you that do not use a sewing machine, it's okay. You don't have to. It just takes maybe a little bit more work to create what it is that you want to create. Okay, I am going to again do a little bit of stitching and I will be back. Okay, I'm back again and I am just clipping my threads, not completely down, but a little bit. And you can see I have just stitched a little bit, just random stitching. I just didn't want to stitch over her face because sometimes when you stitch over the face, it kind of distorts it and it doesn't look, you know, quite as nice. Got to remember to put my little pin in that particular glue. Okay, I'm liking this so far. So let's continue. I think I need a little bit of a ruffle somewhere. So, that's good lace, but is it a ruffle? I've got, all kinds of stuff. This would make a ruffle. This would make a ruffle. This will make a ruffle. This would make a ruffle. This would make a ruffle. Oh. All right. Let's pull out. Let's try this one and see. Okay. So. Okay, now I'm going to do something for those of you that do not have a sewing machine. Normally, I would go ahead and take that to my machine and I would create a ruffle. But I'm going to hand sew this so you can see. I've just got a needle and I've got a black thread. It was already in it because it was in my pincushion and I'm just going to use it. And I use, let me see, let me get them out. I use a thimble and a rubber finger. How do I do that? Do I do it this way? No. I forget. Oh, don't judge. Okay, so I am going to just take this in the middle, sort of. I don't want to be too precise with it. Okay, and I'm just in and out, kind of going down. And these are really big stitches that I'm taking, just so you're aware. Okay, so I have a knot tied here, but I'm going to make this knot even bigger. And I don't know how to tell you how to do the knots. That's just, I'm not very good at describing. Okay, but see, as we pull that, we're creating a nice little ruffle, okay? And I am going to put that, add that. Ooh, that's kind of cool, just even with the texture like that, isn't it? Okay, done. So then I'm going to pull that back to the back. I'm going to tie it off on the back. And there again, this isn't a video on hand sewing. It surely isn't. Or if it were, it would be all the wrong ways to do your hand stitching. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I put my finger down on this because I don't want it to pull loose. I want it to be kind of tight. And that wasn't all that great. So let's do it again. Okay. I'll put that back. Until next time. Hello. Bye-bye. Okay, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And I think what I'll do is I'll put like a little pearl or a little button or a little something right there to give it, oh, I really like that. Ooh, okay, now it's looking good. So this is the process. So we just continue. We just, you know, we rip up, this is, one of my digitals, the ledger, pages from the mortgage company in the state of Michigan. And I am ripping. If you want, you can go around the edges with an ink if you want to do that. Would I want to do that? That's to something or other. Do something or other. Maybe down in that area. Okay. So I just try to balance my laces, my, those trims and other fabrics and papers. I just try to do a variety of just here and there. Okay. Let's see. This one is kind of, well, let's try something here. Here's another thing that you can do is you pull the threads with a needle or something of that nature, pull them, and it will give you some frayed edges. And just, you can do that all the way around if you're patient. If you're not patient, well, this is probably not a project you'll find terribly relaxing. But I have a great time when I'm working like this. I have a lot of fun just trying to see what different things I can create. Okay, that's not looking like, oh yay. Let me grab something else here, and we're going to add just a little bit of, okay, which, look at this. I mean, that's just a little junk piece, but it could very easily be popped on here and make it look great. So, maybe I don't want that quite so big. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, I'm liking that. Okay, we want this on top. Okay, now I'm going to do a little bit of stitching again, and I will be back. Now I am looking for a little, I don't have like pearls or anything, but I do have these. That's a little too big and a little not the right color. All right. So let us take a look at something else. These are nice little fake pearls. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if they were real? I've never had a pearl necklace, but that's okay. I don't really wear much jewelry. Never have, for that matter. Okay, let's see. What about that one? That's a little better. Yeah, maybe not. And I could do it a different color too, but I'm thinking maybe this is just what the doctor, that's almost the color of that other one, isn't it? Maybe I'm trying to do the wrong color. Maybe instead of white, I should be doing a pink or a clear. Let's see. Actually, I like that better. Kind of brings out the color in this. So, yeah, maybe the lighter color is actually a better option. I have some silver over here that I'm looking at as well. You know what? We're not going to worry about that just yet. We'll go ahead and I'll figure that out, but I don't want you guys to get terribly bored. So we'll just set these off to the side and we will continue working on this mixture of fabric and paper and lace. Just mixing it up a little bit here. You could put washi tape. That would go as well. These are some of those little domino tiles that I had that I cut up. I like these. I like those a lot. Let's see, what else do we have here? That rose could be nice. That kind of matches this one. Okay. I do like all of these, but I think one girl is good for this particular one right here. A little different pink. This kind of matches this. This is a little different shading. So, let's see. To bring that into play, if I pulled a piece of this fabric or this fabric, la 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 la, you know, we could do these little, ooh, there's a good little grouping. Whoops, threw the wrong piece away. So, just snipping off this with the cherries. I like that. That maybe will go there. Let's see what else we can do. We can put another piece of this fabric, this color, remember, that we brought in. We can add another piece of that in here to continue the color, to help make it blend with the rest of it. I like that. Okay. Okay. I do like that. Okay, now we've got another little bit of bling. Let's just, and these are just, I mean, tiny little throwaway things, but you know, we just keep this stuff. This is actually from a lace, from a dress that I picked up at a Goodwill or thrift store somewhere, just for the lace overlay of a skirt that it was. And I've used it in a lot of different things. And this is like the very edge. And I'm still like, no, don't get rid of that. That's amazing. Okay, so we have, I like the added color there. I think this needs a little something behind it, maybe. Oh, and I think I have just the thing. A little bit of my cheesecloth, but not a lot. Just a little bit. In case you hadn't noticed, you guys, sometimes it just takes me forever to figure out exactly what I want to do somewhere. But I want you to look at something. I mean, look at the difference, just adding this little bit of texture here to this. Now, what does it need? Yeah, a little bit of texture here too. So let's do that. Good call, you guys. Awesome. And this cheesecloth I did dye and scrunch up, and I have just a teeny little piece left, but I will do some more. And then that will be wonderful, wonderful. Okay, now look. See? Just these little teeny bits and bobs. And then I'm going to add this right in here. Oh, I'm liking it. Okay. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? I'm going to want to do something with this. Let's see. Let me see if I tie a little bow. What would happen? This eyelash yarn or thread sometimes is hard to work with because it's, you know, it goes all over the place. And so it's kind of, I don't like that. Okay, let's grab, okay, here's another little piece. All right. Well, I have an idea for this one. Let's cut this in half lengthwise. This is some sari silk left over from some of their project, a journal, most likely journal. And we will just, okay, now let's see if we can tie a little tiny bow. My fingers feel really, really fat right now. And I know they're not, but they feel really fat. Can you see that? Can you get that for me? I need your help. Okay. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Okay, that's decent. That's a decent little doohickey. Okay, we're gonna add that. So what I'm going to do is stitch this down and this down, and I will be back. All right, now what I'm going to do is just kind of round this little corner a little bit, sort of trim that down because the squareness of it kind of bugs me. So, all right. So, here we go. It's looking good. And we've got, you know, we've got a combination of gluing and stitching. And if you have any questions, you can, along the way, you can add, like for instance here, I can put a little bit of this glue to secure my cheesecloth down. And see, I didn't stitch right here on top of the cherries because I wanted those to stand out. And so then I just added a little bit more of the glue. And this is stitched down. And there again, we'll put something right here when we get ready for that. Okay, we're moving along. What else? What else? What else? I've got this, or I've got this, and actually this color matches this and the bottom there better. So yeah, why not? Okay, let's trim that. I am making this smaller. Okay, so this is Friday, and hubby and I have been out looking for a pickup truck that will pull our camp trailer that we just recently purchased. We had planned on using our little Ford Escape. That was the intended pulling automobile. And then we took it to U-Haul to have all that work done. That's where the company had suggested that we go. So we did that, and come to find out that for the little Ford Escape, and it's not a huge trailer, it's a small trailer, it's a used trailer. You know, we have limited funds. But to do that, we would have to get the Ford dealership, they have to do something at the headquarters there to make it possible to alter it and to put on the brake package and, I don't know, yada yada, whatever. And so what we talked with my brother, who is anything mechanical. I mean, he has patents and inventions, and he is absolutely brilliant. He knows anything and everything about cars, trucks, motors, that kind of thing. He's just way too smart. But he doesn't live close. So kind of, if he lived, then I would, of course, I would make him, I would give him some incentive, bake him some grandma's cookies or something for incentive to help us find a vehicle. But he told us, he's like, Rhonda, you got a great little car, it's fun for running around, you know, awesome, but it's just not meant to pull, you know, a trailer. So it's just not going to work. And I'm like, okay, fine. So hubby and I have been out and about looking for trucks that are used. Oh, I don't know about the rest of you, but I really don't like to shop for automobiles. That's right up there with root canals and, you know, whoa, enemas. Oh, that's drastic, right? So, anyway, we've been doing our due diligence and looking and praying and, you know, we feel like we've come up with a vehicle that will work. Anyway, the gentleman just had received it in on a trade-in, and so he hasn't had the opportunity to go through it and clean it up and all that kind of thing that they do. So next week we should be able to take a look and see what's what. So meanwhile, the camp trailer is parked at the dealers and waiting for us to do our thing. So, I just want to go camping, you guys. Really, I really want to go camping. I don't want to have to do all the stuff that you have to do before you go. I just want to go. That's going to be our way of kind of seeing America this year, which is basically the state we live in. And in a self-contained small little camp trailer. So that we can, because our state is not open to camping with tents. And I think hubby and I are beyond the days of tent camping anyway. Neither one of us are too terribly excited about it. We used to love to, but you know, the bones, things happen as we get a little bit older. It gets a little tough. Okay, I hope you're noticing. I'm kind of liking what's going on here. I'm happy with it. Let's see, I've got this little square of lacy lace. This was given to me in some Happy Mail. It's just some beautiful lace, a piece, and I have been using it, pulling it, prodding it, picking it, and grunging it up and using it in some of my projects, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I don't remember who gave it to me, but if you're watching, thank you, thank you. I use it all the time. Okay, so As you can see, what I did previously, I tore around this book page, or this is a dictionary page actually, and this is great for this project. It's obviously really well yellowed and it rips, you noticed, very easily. Let's do that. And this is just one of those, you know, when you just want to do something that is just fun and you're watching a special show, or you're just, I don't know, you just don't want to think too hard about it. I mean, maybe it does seem like that I'm overthinking this, but I'm actually just having fun. I'm just, as I'm creating here, I'm just like, yeah, this is cool. I'm getting really excited. I hope you guys like what I'm doing here and that you're seeing how fun and easy it can be, really, to just go for it and make these adorable little side snips. Yeah, side snips. That's what I'm going to call it. Will I put something down here? I may just, you know, might just play around there. And one thing I will do, I'll kind of go around there, and I'm going to do this on the same here. Just kind of soften those edges up so it's not a harsh, you can see I just took a little bit of the edge off. Oh, I like it. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Ooh, I like it. Okay, well, I think for this video, I'm probably going to call this good, guys. I have enjoyed taking you with me. I'm actually growing. I'm learning. I can remember when to take you with me, I was just so terrified. It's just like, they'll just think I'm such an idiot as I'm creating, and we're sitting here thinking and like, I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. But this has been so much fun. I will go ahead and look, and I will put a little bit of bling here. Now I may also, if I do something in silver this way, I may go ahead and put a little bit of bling here as well. Let me show you again some of these others that I have done. So I have a little bit of bling here on this one. That's that one. I have some bling on this one. I have no bling on this one. It's very pretty though. And I have a little bit of bling here. I've used that as a center, so I could do that on this one as well. And then the last one that I can show you again is just a little bit of bling right here. And some ribbon there. And this is a sticker actually. Okay, so, all right guys, pull out your scraps. Get your little bits and pieces and make some of these side snips. They're so much fun. And if I weren't just busy jawing, you know, talking you to death, I could have been done a lot quicker. So you may work faster than I do, but I like to talk. All right. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Both sides. I will do a little bit of stitching here, but I'm going to go ahead and finish that off camera. So until next time, next video, have a fabulous day. Bye now.